Hey everyone, it's Adam here. I thought instead of doing it's a lot of pictures. I thought instead of doing a highlight reel, I would do a recap video in photos. And this is going way too fast to keep up, but it's still going to be a 12-minute long video. Just a lot of pictures. Okay, so we've done. Wow, that was Jersey, and this is basically we're already in Indiana. This is our travel day. Um, Man, there's just too much. I can't talk about these pictures even though I'd like to. So, man, the trip. Um, this all started with Harry saying that I want to go on this trip to Colorado. You guys want to go with us to Neil and I? And we said, yeah, sure. And then, honestly, the first couple of weeks that this trip was being planned out, I didn't think it was actually going to happen, at least for me to go. I just thought that maybe I would, something would come up with work or something and I wouldn't be able to go. But luckily, man, the timing just worked out perfectly. My interns at my day job left, and I had 2 weeks break between them and me. Them and the next group of interns starting. And so, at the same time, a bunch of stuff at my other job was ramping down a little bit. So I had a break and it was like, wow, this is perfect timing. And then in addition to that, Neil had a pickup truck and a trailer, an enclosed trailer. So I was like, this is going to be great. The three of us will split hotel rooms every night and we'll split gas, out there, and it'll be perfect. And it was. The ride out there, the only real plague on the whole ride out there was the fact that we had some wildfires. So therefore, there was a lot of smoke in the air. But by the time I got to Colorado, it totally gone away. So, what you've just looked at in 2 minutes, by the way, is a 2,400 mile drive out to Colorado. It's quick. All these photos, by the way, were taken with my Canon 5D Mark III digital SLR. Primarily, I used the 24-70 millimeter lens. A few photos with the 50, a few photos with the 14 mil wide angle, and then a few photos with the 7200. Those are my four lenses of choice on this trip. This is the UFO watchtower we visited one day. Pretty cool spot after the Great Sand Dunes. And this is our day 4 of travel. So we roll into Colorado basically this night. Tomichi Creek. Harry, by the way, is the mastermind of this whole trip. And Neil and I were just basically along for the ride. This is Salida. Yeah. Car off the road there. There's so much going on. So this is, it's funny because when this whole thing started, Neil and Harry were kind of convincing me to take my GS. Oh, you'll be fine with the GS. And then there were a couple of moments where they were like, you know what? Maybe you should bring the Beta. And this went on for, back and forth for a few days. And then when we finally arrived in Colorado, Harry told me, and it's on day 4 of the videos, Harry told me, you really should have bought the Beta. Wait, what is it? Which one is it? So going this first day of us riding here, man, I was really nervous. I was thinking to myself, I'm not a very good rider. I'm very amateur. I've only been riding for 4 years, and total ever. The GS is a 670-pound motorcycle without gear, without boxes and stuff. These guys are experts. They've been riding for 20, 30 years and are on lighter bikes, the 690 and 790. So, man, I was thinking like the GS is going to be ridiculous. But after the day 1, probably day 2, after day 2 ended, I did not have any fear anymore because day 2 we do Tomichi Pass. And that was the hardest route of the entire ride, and I did really, really well. I dropped the bike right here on this. I don't know what this was. I think it's not Marshall. It was. I can't remember what this was. Cumberland Pass. I dropped the motorcycle, And I was like, oh man, I suck. I shouldn't be here. But after Tamichi Pass, I felt like, the GS is fine. Because I'm a pretty slow rider. And so I would have been just as slow on the beta. It just been a lot easier. But all these pictures, by the way, all the pictures and the video and the drone footage that you guys saw from the other videos, they are 100% credit to the GS, because I can't carry that much photo and video equipment on the beta. It's just not possible. So all these photos were basically made possible by me having the GS. And I would say, the GS pictures tend to get a little bit more likes, or whatever you want to call it, like traction, versus the beta. People just like seeing big GS bikes doing these things, because it's like taking a donkey up a hill versus a horse. I don't know. So this is Ouray, by the way. So we left Tamichi that third morning, drove to Ouray. This is Corkscrew Gulch and Corkscrew Pass. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful. I can't get over that. That red mountain, it just looks so cool. Little TW200 here. After Corkscrew, went to Silverton. Had some lunch there. Had some beers. This was a rain day, so it was pretty nasty out. The next morning, we woke up and it was just pouring raining. Just nasty, nasty rain. So I would say overall, Ouray was kind of a wash, because we had to basically, we rolled in we drove there, we're in Moab now. We drove there one night, woke up and rode, and woke up the next day and it was raining, and then went to Moab. So Ouray was like basically one full day of riding. That's it. Totally squandered that. This is the Petroglyph / Dinosaur Trail, Poison Spider Trailhead in Moab. This is kind of our arrival day. We're done on bikes at this point. We're just kind of walking around up in the stone rock face area. Yeah, it's gorgeous though, isn't it? Then we went to the up the creek campground, and basically it's such a cool concept. So there's no people. There are people, but you don't see them. You reserve online. You show up, you park, you walk all your stuff to your campsite, and they've got bathrooms and laundry and showers and Wi-Fi. It was really nice. And that first evening we had some live music at Woody's Bar. A lot of fun. We were up to 2 o'clock in the morning. Met this cool girl there. Not these girls. Met this girl. Can't remember her name, but she was actually shot in the ass during the Las Vegas concert shootings. She survived, obviously, but man, what a crazy story. Like, she was actually shot, went to the hospital, and became a registered nurse, and now works as an RN in Vegas. Freaking awesome. This is Schaefer Trail in Moab. So this is our whole day of riding here. Just I cannot get over the scenery. It's so beautiful. After Schaefer Trail, we went to Onion Creek Trail, which was another 2-hour jaunt. Probably my favorite riding in the whole event, though, was Onion Creek, because Onion Creek just had this awesome, you're down in a little ravine, and there's mounds on both sides of you, and there's these rivers and creeks that are just going you're basically going in and out of the same river. This is Onion Creek here, for 40 miles or so. I mean, it was so much fun. Eventually we hit a dead end. We had to turn around and go back the same direction, which kind of sucks. That evening, second day in Moab, we had some deer walk through our urban campground, which is pretty cool. And the next day, we're already at Colorado. They went on a ride solo, and I spent the day in Moab by myself, just kind of putzing around. They did a solo ride, as you guys saw in the videos. And then we packed up that afternoon, headed to Lake City, Colorado, because our final day was upon us. We were going to do Engineer and Cinnamon Pass. So that's the next day. So we found look at this epic campsite, by the way. Epic campsite, county lands in Lake City, Colorado. I think it was $10 a night for the campsite. Woke up the next day to snow. From 100 degrees to 37 degrees in 24 hours. Look at this. So this is us on the way up Engineer Pass. There's a reason why I use these pictures, by the way. I don't usually do a picture with voiceover, but my God, look at this. I mean, we're up in the snow. There's a little sheepdog with his mom. Look at this. It's just freaking. I'm speechless just looking at these. Got to the top of Engineer Pass. It was snowy, obviously, a little bit of slush. Rode down, went to this, I can't remember the name of it, but went to this little ghost town at the bottom of the hill. And the guys, they were still kind of playing tourist down there, so I decided to go ahead and head up Cinnamon Pass because I knew they would catch me eventually, and they did. As soon as I got the Cinnamon Pass, they pulled up like a mile or a minute or two later. We're almost at the end. I can't believe it's like, 14 days and 11 minutes. And then Neil and I packed up and we headed home. And Harry spent one more night on the same campsite, and he ended up beating us home by a couple of hours, as he just is with a snowball. He's a road trip master. But Neil and I ended up parting ways in Columbus, Ohio. He headed south towards West Virginia, and I headed north. So the last day actually was me on the GS. I got up at 4 a.m. in Columbus and was home by 4 p.m. So 12-hour day on the bike solo. Whew, what a trip. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Take care. Ride safe.